Good evening. Good evening. I call to order the December 16th, 2025 meeting of the Metuchen Board of Education. Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Alievich, notice of the meeting, please.
I hereby make the statement to indicate compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, known as Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of New Jersey, 1975, which became effective 90 days after enactment, January 19, 1976. Notice of this meeting was given by providing the location, time, and date of this meeting, posting of the same on the front door of the Board of Education offices, by delivering copies to the Borough Hall and the Metuchen Public Library, the Home News and Tribune, and by filing a copy with the Borough Clerk as prescribed by this law.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bott. Here. Ms. Cheatham.
Here.
Mr. Derflinger.
Here.
Mr. Glassberg.
Here.
Dr. Johnson Marcus.
I am here.
Ms. Colleen.
She is advised she won't be here today.
Thank you. Mr. Lifton.
Here. Here.
Ms. Michaels Lamorte said she would not be here.
Thank you.
Dr. Spigner.
Here.
Mr. Suss.
Says he's on his way, so we'll see.
here.
Oh. And he appears.
Here.
I suspect there was a New Jersey Transit situation. Y'all have made his year.
Perfect timing.
All right, wonderful. So turning to you, Dr. Caputo, for our showcase of success.
Thank you, Madam President. Big night tonight. We have some athletic champions that'll be up next, but first we have the Metuchen High School Jazz Ensemble under direction of John Messenger. They will be performing Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, arranged by legendary jazz composer and band leader Gordon Goodwin. Goodwin's writing has shaped modern big band music for decades, and his work continues to inspire musicians around the world. This arrangement brings his signature energy, swing, and wit to a holiday classic, giving our students an opportunity to honor his legacy through performance. Mr. Messenger.
just how spectacular it was. I'm sorry, they literally took my breath away. I was like, oh my God, I have to talk again now after that performance. Weren't they amazing? Could y'all give them another round, please? I continue to be amazed at the talent that we have here in our district. So it is truly a delight when we get to celebrate and watch them as they develop and grow. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Over to you.
Wow. Tough act to follow.
Indeed.
I'm going to ask Mr. Cathcart to help me with this one. Mr. Cathcart, if we could ask you to the podium, and while the jazz band is straightening up there, we just want to set the stage. So we have a number of teams tonight that will be honoring for championships, as well as an athlete for a championship. But we're going to start with our Edgar Middle School team, and while they don't have traditional division champions, we have a tradition of recognizing any Edgar team over the years that's finished undefeated, no losses. We're really happy to say that there'll be a 2025 going up on the banner for field hockey, and I'll let Mr. Cathcart take it from there.
Okay, as usual, thank you all for inviting us here tonight. It's a great honor for all of our athletes. And again, like I always say every year, this is not just about our athletes, but these are student athletes. And you can imagine the amount of hours that our kids put into either in the off season or during the season. And while they're still doing that, they're also acing everything they have in school. So all of our kids, or most of our kids, I should say, are usually on the honor roll or high honor roll. So it's a great honor for them, and it's a great honor to have them here tonight. And we appreciate you showing us or having us here. We're going to start off with our future stars. This is a team that went undefeated this year, coached by Coach Julia Vaughn. And I'm going to ask them if they will. Ladies, if you'll come up front, stand up on the stage. And Coach Vaughn, if you'll come.
Ms. Cathcart, they can make their way to the side, and we'll call them up by name.
Woo!
Coach, we'll ask your athletes to make their way right up on the stage, and then we can read their names.
Perfect.
They must join the field hockey group coming in.
I love it.
All right, so while they're going up there, thank you for the board for recognizing us and for your support. My name is Julia Vaughn. I'm a teacher at Edgar and the coach of the field hockey team. I'm incredibly proud of this team for finishing the season undefeated with a record of 11 wins, 2 ties, and 0 losses. Their commitment, discipline, and teamwork showed every single day. They pushed each other to improve and never back down from a challenge. This season is a true reflection of their hard work and heart. Great job, girls. So I'm pleased. Thank you. I'm pleased to honor the following players: Uma Aiken, Emma Bagarni, Ella Carroll, Kayla Compertor, Hazel Kraft, Violet Kraft, Bryn Goronsky, Alexandra Gumbrecht, Mia Hale, Eva Huda, Charlotte Jung, Madeline Kane, Digmary Acevedo, Charlotte McHam, Emma Meow, Ayla Micabalo, Elizabeth Molyneux, Catherine Molyneux, Isabella Palguli, Sophia Pilardis, Clara Rush, Renata Scaraco, and Emma Wade. Woo. Woo.
Coach, I love the shirts. What we'll do for each group, they all received their certificates beforehand. If you didn't or you came late, just see your coach or Ms. Alievich at the end. We have certificates for everyone. If there's anything wrong with the certificate, just let us know. We'll print you a new one, and I'll sign a new one for you. We'll just take a pause. If you're taking any pictures, you could do that now, and then we'll ask them to leave in like 10 or 20
They
seconds.
don't want us in the pictures. They can crop us out. They'll crop us out. We're just by the feet.
Good job, Coach Vaughn. Thank you very much. Congratulations,
Thank
ladies.
you.
If you take note of this, this has really been a little bit of a struggle for our varsity team this year. Last year, we had 19 of our field hockey kids graduate, which left us with very few kids. So this is a huge boost for our varsity team
Absolutely.
to see so many kids for next year.
Yes.
Good job, ladies. Okay, next we have an individual, and she is a sparkling star, and she's been embarrassed because I'm making her stand up on stage by herself. But Ella, if you'll please get up on stage, and Coach Holloran, come on up.
Hi, Coach Holloran. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having Ella and me. Yes. Thank you. So I know Ella probably is a little embarrassed up there by herself, but she's done a lot of things on her own this year that are pretty special, so I think she can handle it. Ella had a remarkable junior year. She's only a junior, and we are so excited about what that means for next year. She had a tremendous season. She had a great sophomore year, which made us really excited about her junior year. She put in tremendous work throughout the summer. One thing about Ella is she is an ultimate competitor. Along with that, she is the best teammate. What matters more to her than being up there by herself is having her teammates by her side. And that pushed her to be the best that she could be this year. She's here tonight being honored as the GMC champion. She ran 18:35 that day. That is the second fastest time in the history of the meet on that course. And I'm proud to say it's second to our own Molly Maleg. Ella right now, and again, she's only a junior, she leaves the season as our second fastest cross-country runner in in Metuchen High School history. She's just had a tremendous year, and last year she ran a tremendous time of 19:49 was her best time, but to drop to 18:35 when you're already very good says a lot. She's remarkable in every way. Could not be more proud of her, and I'm also super proud of our team, who was runner-up in everything this year, but led the way by Ella. Good job, Ella. Proud of you. Thanks for having us.
I guess one of the most important things about tonight is the fact that we had such success this year with all of our teams. 99% of them making the state tournament and doing very well in the first few rounds. And the boys cross-country team actually was the one that finished that. So I'll ask Coach Allen to come up, the boys sectional champion cross-country team to come up and stand up on stage.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you to the board for having us tonight. I just want to say how proud I am of the 2025 boys cross-country team, and they're being honored tonight for winning the Central Jersey Group 1 sectional championship. And I would like to point out that this is the 4th year in a row that they have done this.
All right.
Woo! 7 members of the team that ran are Miles Bourne, step forward when I call your name, Kai Englert, Asher Greenbaum, who was unable to be here tonight, William Hajar, Art Crummins, Haruki Lee, and James Vishelli.
All right. Going low, guys. Good job.
And just want to give a special shout out to Kai there. So Kai was a member of all 4 of those teams that have won the sectionals in the last 4 years. So congratulations to Kai. And 2 of those guys are freshmen up there.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Congrats, Coach. Congrats,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.
Thank you.
I guess also you should get used to seeing our faces here, because you'll see most of these athletes back at the end of the winter season, and we're hoping there's going to be a lot of great success. We've had a real good start with both basketball teams and with our swim team, and with that I will bring up our swim coach, who's actually coaching tennis, and that would be our white division coach of the year, Jim Thomas, and our girls tennis team.
Evening, Coach. It's always good to see you back.
Thank you, sir. The great band, concert performance or band, whatever that.
Yes, very
Jazz band,
impressive.
I should call it.
Very impressive, right?
Durflinger, I know you. Brian, I know you. Okay. Former students.
Do they still call you JT?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. I congratulate all the team today for their successes, for the middle school, the track teams. Ella, you're a tremendous runner. Is she still here? Great runner. Okay. I've coached a little bit in the past, and she's a great student, so it's great to see. I know she's embarrassed coming up in front of everyone, but she deserves quite an honor. I've been following her. I talked to her a lot about her success. For the tennis team this year, started out, first match we lost 5-0, and I said, well, let's see what happens. We juggled the lineup a little bit. We came back to Warlow, who beat us right away, beat them 3-2 middle of the year. That was a turning point in the year for us because it could have gone either way. It could have been another 5-0, but the three singles guys pulled that three-set. I don't even call them miracles, but Brian, you know how it is sometimes coming back, and it was a great finish. So from there, we just took off. So we won the white division. We were 15-3 overall. We went to the finals of the Central Jersey Group 1, ran into New Providence. We lost 3-2. Tough match, but they were a little better, and we had a lot of success. I'll name the girls. When I name you, just step forward and say wave or say hello, okay? And they're all a team. Probably the best, another great sign is when we had an injury at the end of the year, when we were limping to the end to get to that title, a couple of our guys jumped in there and played doubles, and without them winning, we wouldn't have won it. So it was nice to see everyone contribute at the last moment and not complain and just do the job and cheer each other. Julia, step forward. There's Julia. Second singles. Amira. Where's Amira? Where's Amira? There's she. Amira. 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 I'm sorry, I didn't say Amira. Okay. Okay. First and second doubles. We kind of moved around with that a little bit. I'll try to go a little quicker. Katie. Where's Katie? Right there. She's in the band before. Thank you, Katie. Gina filled in at the end, helped us out a lot. Good job, Gina. The Gonzalo sisters, I don't know if I'm going to introduce them that way, but Sarah and Sophie, tremendous talent. I know they're going to play softball this year, but watch out, they can throw and hit, I know. Lindsay, great job at second singles, as well as all your scholastical awards. Mira, who probably gets tired of seeing me on the tennis courts, I see her in the pool all the time. Lalita, a great contributor to the team over the last 4 years. Chelsea sees me again, swimming and tennis, is doing a great job in both. Chelsea was a #1 singles player, playing all the tough kids, and she's really made some strides. I don't play her anymore. She would kill me. She's gotten so good, the boys have to really play her now, I think. Huli's not here. Fatima. Fatima's first and second doubles. Fatima always keeps me honest when things aren't going well. She lets me have it. Chani, is Chani here? Yep, 4, all right. Up and come superstar and Biggie, Alina. Come on up, Alina. Come on forward. She's like the glue to the team in a way, where she's always helping the team, always makes the suggestions to me. Obviously, I have 4 daughters and 1 son. I do know a little bit about girls, but not everything. So she has to tell me once in a while to get with it, and it makes me a little better coach. Did I get everybody? Okay, we got it. Okay, thank you, guys. I'll give you certificates when you get back here. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, ladies.
Oh, dear.
He's very funny. I'd like to actually bring up now one of the most spirited groups that we'll see all year long, and that's our girls cheerleading team. So if you'll come to the front.
That was really good.
Yes. One of the things that I'll say about the team before Coach speaks is the fact that they are a huge part of our athletic program. They step up all the time during our home games and away games for football. They're always bright, chipper, I don't know how else you can say it. Great little athletes, because you get a lot of gymnastics out of these guys, too. So that and the collaboration that they do with the band is spectacular. So we appreciate them more than they know. So thanks, girls. Coach Yoakum, here you go.
Coach Yoakum, it's good to see you. And our temporary location in the cafeteria gave me a chance to see you guys practice a lot. And I was not surprised when you took home the title because you guys really put the work in.
Thank you. Thank you. These girls work so hard. This is the first time ever in Metuchen history that cheerleading has won a GMC title, so we're very excited about that. All right, starting with Lindsay Ali Wallace, Khadijah Ba, Caitlin Chonka, Chloe Contorsi, Sophia Diagnos, Maggie DiNicola, Celeste Falkovich, Goldie Hickey, Anna Kanihans, Ava Lineski, Avery Lasher, Alexa Paragano, Vanessa Paragano, Claire Vega, and Olivia Yassine. Thank you.
Did they miss you, Katie? Did they miss you? Did you come forward? Yeah. Oh, okay.
As you can tell, this is a very shy group also.
Congrats, ladies. Great job.
Their acknowledgement waves were perfection.
Yes.
Perfection.
One of the things I always like to say about these guys, too, is the fact that they come out for every one of our night games when we do our Week of Lights, and it really gives us that college atmosphere that all these kids deserve when they have their home game and their senior night. So we appreciate all that they do for us, and congratulations to all of our athletes and our future stars. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you so much. It's always a delight when we have these showcases with our teams, our music. It is always wonderful to see what good stuff is happening within our district. At this time, we are open to the public, but I know that you folks want to get on home, so we shall give you a pause so you can skedaddle if that is your fancy. You are welcome to stay, let's be clear, but I will not cry in my soup if you leave.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for coming out, and congrats again.
You gotta do the wave.
Huh?
Like the girls did. That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. I know, their wave was amazing. It truly
perfect.
was. I was like, listen, that is what I expect out of cheerleaders. I have to say, I'm like bursting with pride over that.
Just to make sure you had, Mike at the same time. Awesome.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It was sitting on our desk. Do you raise your phone?
I just think I did.
Oh.
I know. I just see cute things.
He is?
Do I need to cue you up?
I can do it. As soon as the person passes, I'll call him down.
Did we get a soft copy of this, or
Oh.
of the presentation, or should I go over there?
I don't
I'll stay here,
know.
'cause I don't like.
Dr. Herzog, did we send this out?
Yes.
We did.
Okay, I'll just.
Okay. Did you send it or go through Jen? Jen sent it before I back on Friday? If not, we can send it.
It's all good.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Prowski. I see you making your way down to the podium. As you do, we're looking forward to, obviously, we've seen the results, and really looking forward to your presentation tonight. I think there's a lot to be proud of tonight. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much. Before we begin, I just want to acknowledge Addie Romano, who is missed off of the list from the cheer team. Noticed her name was omitted by accident, so I wanted to make sure that we did acknowledge Addie for her participation in the cheer squad as well. So congratulations to Addie too. Okay, bear with me, folks. Ready? 'Twas the last meeting of the board on the 16th of December, and I'm here to speak with you, both the public and board members. The assessment results were in, and I knew that you'd care, to learn about APs, SATs, and ACTs, so I said, sure, happy to share. Participation numbers were strong, in AP at least. SATs and ACTs not as much, as optional score reporting continues to make standardized testing decrease. AP offerings remained steady. Exams given had grown. Registration for exams this year are even higher. Continued AP enthusiasm is definitely shown. You can see on this slide how student exam numbers were posted. And here you can see the percentage numbers per course, of which we have boasted. With increasing amounts of 3 or more continuing to rise, a high percentage of 3s, 4s, and 5s are not a surprise. Item of note that 44% of last year's test results thrive, not just passing, but earning a perfect 5. When sitting and listening, this next slide appears with a graph of our progress showing the highest average over the past 5 years. Calc AB is strong, BC is holding steady. Statistics were tough, so we've made adjustments already. Our supervisor and teachers took a much closer look, revised the curriculum, and even adopted a brand new book. Now bio is consistent, and environmental was too. Significant score increases were seen over 2024 for both Physics 1 and Physics 2. Macro Econ fared well. Comp Sci A, I see your frow creased. You see the College Board is adjusting course content, which explains this decrease. Our Spanish results continue to amaze. Their cultural and linguistic skills deserve to be applauded and praised. Social studies course scores continued to shine, and the AP English scores were the strongest of all time. Now, College Board accolades have yet to be released. With bated breath, I wait, to say the very least. And then in a twinkling, you see on this slide the SAT benchmark scores for college readiness by which we annually abide. As we note the class of 25 overall scores as they're seen, their results were the highest in the past 5 years and way above the state and global mean. In the evidence-based reading and writing, our scores have flown high. 97% meeting the benchmark shows they're ready for that good old college try. SAT performance in math fared similarly as well. The point difference between MHS and global and state results make our students look swell. While national numbers of tested students continue to grow, MHS students taking the ACT decreased, as our data does show. You see our students' subject and average scores are on top. It's no wonder the potential of our students will never stop. Our ACT composite scores fluctuate a little, but hold steady, again attesting that our students are prepared and college ready. So based on this data, our school recommends continued training, instructional resources, refining curriculum, and monitoring progress trends. A sincere and heartfelt thank you to our teachers whose care for students shows no end. To our amazing students, may my pride in you through this presentation extend. As I promised my bosses, I'd keep this presentation both brief and light. Way to go, MHS. Your future continues to shine bright.
Thank you, Mr. Borowski. We'll give our folks a moment to get back to their seats. If there's any questions. Mr. Glassberg?
Thank you, Mr. Porowski. The drop in the amount of students taking the SAT, was that overall, or I was getting a little bit lost if that was overall or if that was
That's our senior, that's our class of 25.
who took it at any point
Correct.
in high school.
So a lot of them may have taken it as a junior, were happy with their scores by that point in time, so they didn't complete it as a senior. And we do see that more often, that our students tend to take the SATs as juniors, kind of see where they are, and if they are confident with their scores, then they kind of lock and load that so that they don't have to worry about that during their senior year.
But that was the number who took it either in junior or senior year, or just in the senior year?
In the 24-25 school year.
Just, okay, seniors who took it just in the 24-25.
Yes.
Okay, so the lower number is not, it just might mean that they were better prepared and completed it in 11th grade.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Glassberg. Mr. Suss?
You get a 5 for the poem. That was great. Actually, you get a 6. 6 for that.
Sorry, yes, good poetry. Was it AI?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, good.
As a former English teacher, I would think not.
Yeah, seriously. If you would like to see my first draft, it's
Probably not.
I do have a question, though.
Sure.
Do you look at historical trends year over year, like for like each class, just to kind of make sure? I mean, obviously the numbers are great. You're comparing, 2024 versus 2024 versus the state versus global. But are you looking at, like, for Metuchen 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022?
Yes, I do the comparisons between all of those. And actually, as I was preparing for this presentation, I was taking a closer look again to refresh my memory of, what we saw as far as trends. And while year to year you might see a little bit of a difference between the higher level score, say for instance what the average score of the SATs were for a population, it does fluctuate a little bit as far as the different cohort and what we're seeing as far as their progress. But if you're looking nationally and globally as well, and even in the state information, you see that their numbers have also fluctuated. We tend to stay consistently above the state and the global rankings and the scoring there, with very little movement as far as the difference between them and us. As they increase, we continue to increase. I always see that trend.
I guess the question was more, definitely you could see the trend of us versus, the state. But there are some that, let's say are not as strong versus the state and global. And like you said, that, relative on a particular year, but like, are we looking at those courses and making sure that we're growing and throwing, extra resources?
Mr. Suss, not to jump in, you're referring to the AP classes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I was unclear about what you were talking about. Okay, thank you. With AP, absolutely. We look year to year, and we look over time with the progress that we see. For example, when I was looking at the AP Physics scores from the year before to the current year, we saw, I want to say it was like an 0.8 of a point increase from last year. So we were like at a 2-point something, and we increased to like a 3-point something. So we see much more progress based upon what our instructional practices are, how we're preparing our students, and we do acknowledge the additional work that is being accomplished each year in order to continue those increases.
Thank you.
Mr. Lifton?
Thank you. Congratulations. These are great scores. It's a little hard to tease things out of it because all of these are students who are self-choosing to take these exams. Obviously, the SAT, the ACT, and the AP exams, there may be the students who are most likely to do well are the ones who take the exams and things like that. One thing I do know, though, is that if we're having more AP tests being taken and the average is going up at the same time, that is really some achievement. Because especially if, I don't know if we have the figures, I'm sure we do, if it's the number, not just the number of tests, but the number of students taking the AP is broadening as the average is going up, that is really an extraordinary accomplishment, and one that many, many years ago when the district decided to try and broaden the AP offerings in the district and broaden the amount of students who would be taking AP classes, one of the concerns about that was that students who potentially weren't as ready to take an AP class would take them and perhaps not do as well. But these statistics really do not support that potential outcome, that we're having more students, more exams being taken, and the average is going up, is really an extraordinary thing, and you deserve, and all the teachers and staff deserve tremendous credit for that, because it doesn't necessarily follow from the initiative to have more students and more exams taken that the average would necessarily go up. In fact, you might predict the opposite, and that is not the case, so congratulations on that.
Well, and I will pass those congratulations on to our students and to our staff. They truly are amazing individuals who are doing the work every single day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lifton. Any other questions or comments from Mr. Borowski? All right, wonderful.
Just one more.
Oh, just kidding.
That's okay, I'm sorry. Computer Science A, I was just looking through the program of studies really quickly. Does that have a prerequisite for it to be in that class, or is that anybody takes that class?
This Computer Science A, we do encourage students to have Java experience. However, the test itself has been changed over time, and it's now more similar to what is an Intro to Java course. So they won't have that prerequisite coming forward.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Just making sure. Thank you so much, Mr. Borowski. Kudos on these results. It is amazing to see the hard work of the staff and students rewarded in such an increase in people taking the test and the scores continuing to rise. So well done to all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Borowski.
All right. So we turn to the report section of our agenda for this evening. First, I want to start by saying season's greetings. Growing up in Barbados, my mother would start on December 1st through probably about January 6th. Every time she answered the phone, season's greetings, season's greetings. And so in my head, she's now passed on, but in my head, that is what I hear all the time, season's greetings. But I want to start by extending my warmest wishes. Happy Hanukkah to all who are celebrating this week, and a Merry Christmas to everyone who will celebrate next week. As we enter this season, where the days are shortest, and the darkness can seem greater than light, let us consciously choose to be the light for one another. Let us commit to being kind, to looking out for one another, and to facing any challenges with that spirit of shared partnership and collaboration. Tonight, we have the great pleasure of celebrating Mr. Jonathan Lifton's remarkable 15 years and 8 months of service to our community on the Metuchen Board of Education. Mr. Lifton's dedication is reflected in the many roles he has mastered. He has served as a member, committee chair, vice president, and president. I have had the honor of serving alongside Jonathan for the last 5 of those years, and it is clear to everyone that he has served with distinction and true professionalism. What stands out most is his approach to governance. Jonathan always brought thoughtful questions to the table and, crucially, had the courage and humility to change his mind when presented with new data. His focus was always centered on one core principle: how we can best serve our students. I am personally grateful for the opportunity to have served as his vice president last year. I've also watched firsthand as he truly embodies the Metuchen spirit of collaboration during our successful negotiations with our union leadership. These moments perfectly capture his commitment to working together for the greater good. Thank you, Mr. Lifton, for your leadership, your integrity, and your unwavering commitment to Metuchen students. And I have a little gift for you.
Oh.
Me, Mr. VP. This is a little token of our appreciation.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for those kind words. Truly, there's nothing more rewarding than feeling you recognized and valued by people you work with. And I've had the great honor of working with all of you, for some for shorter times, some for longer times, but truly the honor is mine. And to hear those kind words really mean quite a lot to me. I wasn't 100% prepared. I was really getting ready to speak under old business, because that's what I feel like these days is old business.
We would never treat you like that.
Save it for old business.
No, we
if
would
it was
not
up
do
to me,
that.
I would have asked to speak during old business. But I just want to take just a couple of minutes. In thinking about this for quite a while, I thought maybe I'd write out something, I'd give some long treatise on the value of education and all types of things. And I said, nobody, and even me, and my wife's here, she doesn't want to hear it either. So I decided not to do that. So I'll just say a few thank yous, if that's okay, Madam President. First to my wife, who's here this evening, and who has supported me and been willing to do without me, or maybe that was a benefit, I'm not sure, but do without me for many, many nights over the last 15 years. I like to tell people when I try and get them to consider running for the board that it's not really that much of a time commitment. It's but you know what, it sort of is, and I truly appreciate her and my kids' support as well. One of which hopefully is watching from Champaign, Illinois right now. I told her you can go on Facebook and it's streaming and you can watch it from there. So we'll see if she did that or not. She may tell me she did and she didn't, I don't know. So I want to thank my wife and my family. I want to thank all my current board members and all the former board members. I was going through my mind earlier tonight trying to remember every single person I've served with, and I think I did a good job. I won't name them all here, but all of you out there, you know who I mean, all of you. I have the utmost respect, and it was an honor to serve with all of you. And I've said this a few times on camera before. I'm going to say it one more time before I leave the stage, so to speak, that in my 15 years, I truly have never served with a board member whose primary and only focus wasn't the betterment of the district, for the students, for the teachers, for the parents, for the whole community. There have been, over so many years, there have been disagreements, honest disagreements over time. We work closely together. There are differences in personalities, as can be with any group of people. But I can honestly say that every person I've ever served with on this board has served with honor and distinction and only wanted the best for the students as they saw fit. And I couldn't have asked for better board members, and that includes everyone here. And I want to tell you that it's an honor, and I know you'll do wonderful work out into the future without me holding you back. So I truly, truly appreciate it. I want to thank the, especially from my time as negotiating chair, I want to thank my negotiating partners, thank the MEA and the other bargaining units for their good spirit and collaborative approach to negotiations. It's one of my proudest things about having served as this board. I was president for a number of years, and that I'm very proud of that, and vice president and chair of, in the end, I think I was chair of every committee except extracurricular at different times. But I think the thing I'm most proud of all the things, if I could name them, was the relationship that the board maintained with our unions during my tenure as chair of the negotiating committee. As I said to the assemblage last night, we had a negotiating session last night. Nothing is more important to our students than the teaching staff, and their feeling of respect, their feeling they're valued, that they're understood by the board. And as representatives of the community, we not only represent ourselves and the board administration, we're representing everyone, all the parents and all the neighbors and everyone who pays taxes. We're representing everyone in the community in those negotiations with the teachers and the other staff that are unionized. And the fact that I think and I hope that they feel our consideration, they feel our respect, they feel the value that we, and by extension the entire community, give them and place on them. And we've been able to keep that good feeling, and we've always resolved our contracts amicably, and we haven't gone years, as some places do in New Jersey, without a contract, where teachers do not get raises for years on end and feel unvalued, if that's a word, disvalued. That is not the case in Metuchen. I really feel is one of my proudest things about my tenure on the board, and I did just want to take the opportunity to thank them as well, and by extension, and I said this last night as well to them, not just as negotiating chair, but as a parent of 4 students that went through this district. I can't overstate the amount of admiration that I have for our teaching staff and our administration, specifically for educating my children the way they have. And my experience in the Metuchen schools and my children's experience, I hope, has been mirrored in everybody's experience, and that's also one of my goals on the board. I have had a wonderful experience with my children in the Metuchen School District, and I always wanted to make sure that everyone had that same experience, and I hope that was the case. And I hope that our community appreciates, values, and is being served by the Board of Education, by administration, by our teachers, and the entire district. And the fact that my wife is the only person in the audience tonight, to me, speaks volumes that our public, I hope that's an indication that they are happy with the way the schools are administered by administration and run by the Board of Education and taught by our teachers and maintained by our custodial staff and tracked and communicated by our secretarial staff. And all of our employees, I hope and I think I know that our community values all of your work, and that I'm very proud of that as well. Somebody else I'm sorry, I almost left out the best part. I want to thank Dr. Caputo and Mr. Harvier and Dr. Herzog for their wonderful collaboration with the board on my time on the board. Dr. Caputo, Mr. Harvier has been my business administrator for all 15 years and 8 months. Dr. Caputo has been the superintendent for 14 out of my 15 years, and his leadership of the district and Dr. Herzog's leadership since she's been here, and of course Mr. Harvier's stewardship of the finances of the district are just exemplary. I cannot explain to the public how much respect I have for the work that they've done over the years that I've been on the board and been able to see it up close. Tremendously difficult jobs. There are so many constituents to serve. Of course, the students come first, but also the parents, also the staff, also the political leadership in the borough, all the residents of the borough. It's an incredibly difficult job, and all 3 of them have done a wonderful job. And speaking directly to Dr. Caputo now, I can attest. Look, the district was very good when he got here. His predecessor, Mrs. Sinatra, who I had the pleasure with working for a year, used to talk about from good to great. And our goal was always to go from good to great. And I can honestly say that she did a wonderful job doing that, but Dr. Caputo has truly taken this district from good to great. And the fact that he recently was able to sign on to a new 5-year contract gives me tremendous confidence and lets me sleep very well that this district is in wonderful hands with the board and the leadership and the administration we have. It's in wonderful hands going forward. And as I promised the board tonight, I will almost certainly never come to the podium. I will resist the urge if it comes over me, because I know that this board and this administration is running the schools to the best of their ability, and that is what we all hope for, because their ability is great. So sorry I was so long-winded. Maybe I should have written it out. Maybe it would have been shorter. But thank you all so much for giving me the honor of serving with you. And lastly, just to the general public, for the honor that you and the trust you placed in me in voting for me 5 times. That's 5 terms, 5 3-year terms. It's truly been the honor of my life to be able to represent you on this board. And the trust you've placed in me is overwhelming and humbling, and I want to thank you all. So thank you again.
Hear, hear. Thank you, Mr. Lifton. All right. I am assuming that others may have commentary they'd like to share. I know for sure Dr. Caputo has something he'd like to share.
Should
You
I
want to take it
save that
away,
for
or
my superintendent's report, or you want me to go now? I'm happy to go now if you want.
I know that Mr. No, I'm not waiting for old business. Thank you, Mr. Suss. If you'd like to speak now, you can, though. Would you like to?
Myself?
Yes.
Actually, I'm on this board because of Mr. Lifton, and talking to you and yourself and Mr. Benderly motivating me to come out and do this. I remember going to a Board of Ed meeting and asking a question. They're like, hey, come on. And so, you've been an inspiration. You were the president. I eventually was vice president. But, your leadership, and just to remind you didn't touch on some of the things that you actually went through while on the board, from the pandemic to the mental health referendum to the building referendum to the superintendent search, high school principal search. There's a lot of change that went on, and you were the one person here that was kind of like the person of stability and the voice of reason, I think. So thank you.
Thank you. That's very kind, Eric. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Suss. Mr. Glassberg.
So Mr. Suss said that he's kind of on the board because of Mr. Lifton, and this is probably going to come out wrong, but I'm kind of on the board because of Mr. Lifton too, but kind of because I wanted to understand what was going on better, and I think I was, having difficulty understanding some of the motivations, because of, if you watch these things from home, you don't necessarily see a lot of interaction on a lot of the votes that take place and things like that. A lot of it happens in closed session when it's private matters and things along those lines. There was something that I cared about passionately, and I wasn't really seeing what was happening behind the scenes. And that's part of what motivated me to run. But the point of that is that once I got here, I started to understand Mr. Lifton a lot better. And when I had the honor of becoming president and we were looking to move the referendum forward, my first phone call to be in charge of that process was to Mr. Lifton, because although we didn't always see eye to eye on every issue. We probably disagreed in my first couple of years more than we agreed on a lot of things. But I knew, like he talked about a few minutes ago, that he had the best interests in mind. He had the institutional knowledge, which means he was old, and he had the integrity to be the person who was going to get up there at the microphone every 2 weeks for just about a year, which is what the committee and I decided that we wanted in order to encourage the public to be knowledgeable enough to vote for this referendum. And I trusted him to do that more than I trusted anybody, including myself, to get up there and do it, because I knew he would do it with consistency and with balance and with a really good memory for the facts of things. This is amazing that I'm saying these things without having written them down, because I was always amazed when Jonathan was president and would just say these things. I had to have them all written down when I was president. He didn't need to do that. So, I think the board put a lot of trust in him. I put a lot of trust in him. And then in my second year, selecting him as vice president. So I think two of the best decisions that I made were those two decisions there, and I'm glad that our relationship evolved and I learned to understand him so much better as a board member and as a person. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Glassberg.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. I don't think our initial disagreements were as deep as they seemed at the time. What Mr. Glassberg's referring to is, of course, the full-day kindergarten discussions of years past, and they hinged quite a bit on us getting to a referendum, and that was, I think, when you describe like a sort of a realization that there really was quite a bit of support on the board for that idea, that the logistics of how you do it were difficult. And I credit you and Justin Manley specifically with working the problem. You know, it's interesting. It's easy to identify problems. It's often quite difficult to actually fix problems. And the problem that Brian, and going back many, many years, in fact, before I was on the board, I was on the full-day kindergarten committee, which was an ad hoc committee. It's one of the reasons I ended up running for the board, was my experience on that committee. And it took another 15 years after that committee ended, basically, to actually, we're going to finally come to fruition. We finally came to fruition on full-day kindergarten. So just speaking to the public right now, please advocate for your ideas. You know, we don't actually get that much advocacy. You know, as I mentioned, other than my wife, there's nobody else here in the audience. Please advocate. People advocated for literally decades to get full-day kindergarten. I know Mr. Glassberg, perhaps not the only reason, but certainly one of the reasons he ran for the board was full-day kindergarten. And the time was right, the time met the person and the people, and it's now reality in Metuchen, and that can happen in more than just that instance. It can happen in other instances, and although it can be frustrating to not get what you think is obviously, obvious, don't let the frustration make you walk away and throw your hands up. And obviously Mr. Glassberg and all the people before him who advocated for that did not just throw their hands up, and in the end, when it became feasible, now we have it. So I think it's instructive, and I certainly appreciate your kind words, and I do know that I value our working together as president and vice president, as I was your chair of the referendum committee, but also your friendship, which I feel was quite well earned considering where we started. So thank you for your kind words, Brian.
Thank you, Mr. Lifton. All right, good humans. I'm turning it over to Dr. Caputo for his opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Lifton, congratulations on your impactful 15-plus years on the Metuchen Board of Ed. It takes bravery, as you said, to put yourself out there for public scrutiny even one time, let alone 5 elections. You've served the district with grace and expertise, and you've led the board with confidence and collaboration. As I looked back, we've kind of grown up together. We've gotten older together, and we've seen each other kids grow up too. So first, we've grown up on the board together. In 2011, nearly 14 years ago to this date, you were a first-term board member. I was a newly hired superintendent. You and your 8 fellow board members took a risk on a confident and accomplished, but still first-time superintendent, and I'm forever grateful for that initial opportunity. I treasure your years as board president, sitting right beside me, literally and figuratively, with your support. As an aside, the LB Electric on the state wait message was worth the call every single time. In these last 14 years, I think we've both evolved without compromising our core beliefs, and I thank you for allowing that. Secondly, we've gotten old together. We've aged a little bit and have made doctor's appointments a more regular thing. We've seen our favorite football teams each win Super Bowls, mine in 2016, yours in 2012. We've seen our favorite baseball team have some really disappointing years, and while they've gotten close a couple times, 1986 seems like a long time ago now. We've seen our basketball team really stink for many years. The last several, though, have been a lot of fun. Maybe this is finally our year, because I know 1973 was a very long time ago. And most importantly, together we've seen our kids grow up. Occasional struggles in school were fortunately far outweighed by frequent celebratory moments. There have been sports successes and arts achievements. There have been awesome family vacations and college visits. We've seen our precious babies grow into amazing, successful young adults. Your success as a businessman and board member is overshadowed only by your accomplishments as a husband and a father. Personally, I want to say congratulations on your impactful 15 years on the board, and thanks for your support of me personally and professionally.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Dr. Caputo.
Thank you so much, Dr. Caputo. I said everything that I think I said everything I wanted to say regarding our relationship, but I do want to, as I said to Brian also, one thing I didn't say is I want to thank you for your friendship. Far outweighs even your professional dedication, which is quite a statement because your professional dedication is off the charts, but I truly appreciate the friendship we've developed over the years. And I've met your wife, I've met your children, And I feel honored, and I hope you feel too, that I feel honored to be your friend beyond just your collaborator in this position. And as president and vice president, I spent a lot of years working with you quite closely, and I'm honored by those years. So thank you for your kind words.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lifton. Thank you, Dr. Caputo. All right, I'm turning it over down the end of the table to Mr.
By the way, if I could just take 2 more seconds.
Just kidding. I am not turning it over.
This is what I was given tonight. It's a beautiful apple with my name on it, with outstanding service on the Board of Education 2010 to 2025. So thank you to the board for giving this to me. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for your service, Mr. Lifton. The gorgeous blue apple. All right. At this time, we're turning to committee reports. For real this time. Yes? Mr. Bott, do you have something for us from Equity?
Yes, I do. Also want to say congratulations, Mr. Lifton. I think only in a country of 350 million people, about 1/10% serves in public office. I don't know how many make it 15 years. I also want to thank you because of meeting with you, my relationship with my wife has never been better since coming on the board. So good advice. Excellent advice.
Oh boy.
Going forward for a few Tuesdays, just take a vow of silence from 6:30 to 9:30. Transition in slowly. Equity Committee met.
We need fans. We need people in the audience.
We do. Equity Committee met, and I just want to say what a great year for the district and for the work done by the administration, by the staff. We really dialed in on the definition of equity within Metuchen, put a focus on equitable representation for all students across the district, which I think was powerful. We spent some time on hiring practices at the beginning of the year, just elevating the amazing work already being done, prioritized food equity, and I think the fruits of that labor have been shown at board meetings, culminating in 1,000 meals being saved, hundreds of pounds of CO2 being conserved. Just some really powerful work at the start of something bigger, and tons of volunteers galvanized around the community. Talked about maintaining that momentum as we transition to new committee members next year. Similarly, want to talk about work honoring the homework and assignment policy that the district already, a guideline that the district already has, finding ways to support that and bridge between the calendar as it stands and the right for everyone to observe as they deem appropriate and necessary. And so excellent work will go on for that, also heading into next year. And it's been a real pleasure serving as chair. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Bott. All right, Mr. Glassberg. Construction.
All right, construction met in an open public meeting on the 8th, and we reviewed all 4 schools, the progress at all 4 schools. At the high school, the base paving in the parking lot has taken place. Some of the sidewalks are complete. The grading is completed. Much of the interior of the new gym field house is complete. The board offices are working closer towards completion, and the new classrooms that connect the H, as we call it, are constructed. PSE&G's electric service is in, power for the addition, HVAC and field lights are complete, they're in. Our expected completion date is January 16th for the gym and the Board of Ed offices, and that means that then the temporary Board of Ed can move to its new location, and the cafeteria should be usable in mid to late February. At Moss, the interior finishing work is taking place. The majority of the interior courtyard is complete, and there's also an outdoor instructional area there. That outdoor space in the courtyard is actually getting some use already. The base court asphalt should be in very soon, if not already. And we're looking at around a January 20th completion date. Then there's some exterior work and landscaping and commissioning that still takes place after that completion. At Edgar, it's mostly done. There's an installation of the new electrical service to replace the temporary service. That was done. They're working on a whole bunch of punch list type items. The basketball courts out in front are now complete. And besides the punch list items, there's an exterior sign to go in, and then also commissioning of the HVAC equipment. At Campbell, there's some doors and hardware that need to be installed because some of the items did not come in time. So some of the older doors and hardware are getting replaced when they arrive. And then there's commissioning of HVAC to be done. Essentially, I mean, the part that might matter most to people regarding commissioning is that they have to learn to regulate the systems properly and make sure that everything is working as it should, that the air conditioning and heating and everything works as it should in each of the locations. And that takes quite a bit of time to get right. We also had some questions from the public, since this was an open public meeting, and some things that were communicated to me outside of the meeting. Question about at Moss about the exterior lighting, the bus and car route. We reiterated which ways the buses are coming in and out, and the cars will come in and out after realignment. At Campbell, we received some comments about the new trees by the basketball court, and part of the punch list items will be to replace some of those things that were planted that didn't quite make it, but they're all under warranty, so that'll just be taken care of once the weather clears up in the springtime. At Campbell, also the grassy area next to the basketball court, there's still some debris to clean out there, so there's some touch-up type work still taking place. And then we went into closed session at the construction meeting, and we discussed the signage at Edgar and where that will go, and the new LED light, announcing the main entrance of the school, which is over on the lake, right?
Yep.
Lake side. I always get the street names confused there, which is, you might just think of it as the pool entrance lot. That's where the new main entrance is. We discussed a retaining wall on a house on Bounty as it is adjacent to our school. We discussed HVAC at Moss. We discussed the budget, which we have maxed out our budget, and we are just being careful with everything that we approve moving forward to make sure that we are able to complete everything that needs to be completed. And we discussed ESIP, which is possibility of solar and an energy audit that's taking place that will inform us as to whether to pursue one of many different options that we have for saving some on our electrical costs. So that's still under discussion. You'll hear more about that in the new year, depending upon what ends up happening with the energy audit that we're going through. We have no next meeting scheduled because the board will reorganize on January 6th, so we'll find that out soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Glassberg. Mr. Derflinger, curriculum.
Thank you. Curriculum did not meet, however, we did review an agenda electronically on the 9th. On that agenda, we received a preview of the presentation Mr. Porowski gave to us tonight. We reviewed the Freedom to Read Act, which our administrators in district have been creating an implementation guide. We also received an update on the program of studies and some follow-ups from our prior meeting. That concludes the agenda. Short.
Thank you so much, Mr. Derflinger. Mr. Lifton, would you like to take it away one last time as negotiations chair?
Thank you. The negotiating committee met with the MEA last evening. It was our third negotiating session so far regarding a new contract. The existing contract expires, I believe it's on June 30th. We started extra early this year, partially because of the reorganization that will happen next year. Also because obviously with me leaving the board, there will be a new chair in the new year. And we wanted to get the negotiation going and on track prior to that transition. And I think we've done a good job of it. I think we're in a good place. We have some preliminary agreements on some of the proposals that have been made. And we are, as I said, quite early. We're still 7 months away from the expiry of the contract. So I have a lot of confidence in the negotiations, and whatever the constitution of the new committee will be, I'm sure they'll do a wonderful job. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lifton, and again, thank you for setting us up for success by modeling the way in which we can do this very well. All right, turning to Dr. Spigner for policy.
Sorry. Policy Committee met on December 9th, and we had 3 items on our agenda. We had Ms. Curtin, Eliana Curtin, and Susan Paredes from the District Policy Committee. They're the committee chairs, met with us and walked us through their process, similar to the last meeting when we met with the other committee, but reviewing how how the district engages different stakeholders. Dr. Herzog also shared input in that about how the committee and then other stakeholders are engaged in reviewing new policies and regulations that's brought to the district through the Strauss-Esme service that we use. And it was great to hear that feedback, that insight into their collaboration and depending on the policy or regulation that's being updated or new or outdated or whatever, that they have a process in place, that there is a process in place, and the committee has a very active role in that. So that was really good. Thank you for sharing that with us. And tonight on the agenda, we have the second reading of a list of policies and regs that we had for first reading listed last meeting. And we also have for first reading that was mentioned by Chris a while ago, the Freedom to Read Act, which is a slew of new policies and regulations abolishing old ones. And the committee started to discuss the process that would be involved in implementing this new act for the Freedom to Read Act with guidance for implementing processes in place for when there is a contention, if you will, of a reading material and what happens and what will ensure. And the role of the board especially in that was really important for us to discuss and to be aware of. The third item was the district calendar for 2026-2027, which we continue to discuss and weigh different options as different stakeholders have input. And one particular link to the equity committee that we have on discussing the calendar is how we incorporate our process in incorporating cultural holidays, major holidays, religious and cultural holidays, and how we can do that in a balanced way moving forward. So that was really good insights from different people on that, different stakeholders on that. And as we continue to discuss it, it becomes really a collaborative effort across the district. So thank you for all those who had input on that as well. That's our last meeting for 2025. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Spigner. Mr. Suss, Finance.
Finance met also on the 8th, following the construction meeting. We talked about Mr. Harvey's favorite topic, which was busing. We looked at proposed busing routes for Moss School, which will be new for next year, or potentially new for next year, and we reviewed the potential bidding process for Edgar Campbell and Moss schools. We received an update on health insurance and what our projected increase will be. We talked about air purifiers in all classrooms, and we talked about a generous donation from someone to create a scholarship, as part of the high school process. So more to come on that, I think, when the I leave it to you, Dr. Caputo, if we can mention names, but not yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll allow the high school to make that part of their new packet. But anytime we have people looking back, either in the honor of a family member and wanting to make a donation for scholarships for our students, we're overjoyed. So we'll be thanking those folks, and they'll be part of the June scholarship awards for our high school seniors.
Thank you. That's it, and that was the last meeting for 2025.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Suss. Appreciate it. All right, now we turn to old business. Nothing else?
Mr. Lifton?
No? Any new business from the board? All right. At this time, I'd like to move to approve the November 18th minutes of the Metuchen Board of Education Special Business Meetings 1 and 2 and the board meeting. Is there a second? Mr. Bott. Any questions or comments on the business meeting minutes? No? Roll call, please, Mrs. Alievich.
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Mr. Glassberg.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Marcus.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton.
Yes.
Dr. Spigner.
Yes.
Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. At this time, the meeting is open to the public, but as Mr. Lifton pointed out several times, his wife is the only one in the audience. I don't know if you'd like to say a few words.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
That face tells me no.
I wasn't ready to speak. You know.
That face tells me no, so I will let you off the hook.
There's another opportunity later on.
Yes, indeed. We have 3 public comment sections. All right. So at this time, I'm moving to the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Oftentimes, it may appear to members of our audience that the Board of Education takes action with very little comment and in many cases a unanimous vote. Before a matter is placed on the agenda at a public meeting, the administration has thoroughly reviewed the matter with the superintendent of schools. If the superintendent is satisfied that the matter is ready to be presented to the Board of Education, it is then referred to the appropriate board committee. The members of the board committee work with the administration and the superintendent to assure that the members fully understand the matter. When the committee is satisfied with the matter, it is presented to the Board of Education for discussion before any final action is taken. Only then is it placed on the agenda for action at a public meeting. I would like to move personnel items A1 through A26. Is there a second? Mr. Derflinger, are there any questions or comments from the board? Ms. Zalievich, roll call, please.
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Mr. Glassberg.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Marcus.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton. Dr.
Yes.
Spigner. Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Spigner. Thank you. Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Suss. Finance?
I'd like to move items B1 through B9 as listed on the agenda.
Wonderful. Is there a second? Ms. Cheatham, are there any questions or comments on those items in finance? Seeing none, roll call, please. Ms. Zalievich?
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Mr. Glassberg.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Marcus.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton.
Yes.
Dr. Spigner.
Yes.
Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Dr. Spigner, turning to you for policy.
I'd like to move items C1 through C4 as listed on the agenda, please.
Excellent. Is there a second? Looking y'all's way. Is there a second, Mr. Lifton? Come on now.
Sure. I was waiting to second the adjournment, frankly.
You can do that too. All right. Are there any questions or comments on the policy items? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Mr. Glassberg.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Marcus.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton.
Yes.
Dr. Spigner.
Yes.
Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Wonderful. Mr. Derflinger, curriculum.
Thank you. I'd like to move items D1 through 5 as listed on the agenda, please.
Wonderful. Is there a second? Mr. Bott. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mrs. Alievich.
Mr. Bott.
Yes.
Ms. Cheatham.
Yes.
Mr. Derflinger.
Yes.
Mr. Glassberg.
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Marcus.
Yes.
Mr. Lifton.
Yes.
Dr. Spigner.
Yes.
Mr. Suss.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mrs. Alievich. At this time, the meeting is now open to the public. Still good? All right. No worries. And then we turn to Mrs. Cheatham for announcements.
Thank you, Madam President. Not too much today on our final meeting of 2025. Just for Campbell Elementary School, Spring X signups are live. Really important event that is powered by our volunteers and a really great way to show your kids the school spirit. So be on the lookout for those sign-up instructions. Edgar PTO is collecting new and gently used board games, so you can refer to your emails for more information there. And then finally, just a thank you to the PTO groups for nourishing our teachers during the recent parent-teacher conferences. So thank you again to them. And then just to wrap up, we hope to see everyone back at our next meeting in January, Tuesday, January 6th at 8 p.m., where we will welcome our newest board member, Mrs. Jen Zimmerman, and we will miss you, Mr. Lifton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Cheatham. Just real quick, school starts on the 2nd, yes?
Yes.
Which is a Friday?
Yeah, we return
Just
on the 2nd.
making sure
Last
everybody
day-
remembers that.
Yeah, last day of 25 is half day on the 23rd, next Tuesday, and then the first day of 2026 is Friday the 2nd.
Thank you. Just putting that in everybody's head, just in case. All right. I move to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
I will second the motion.
Mr. Lifton, all in favor? Thank you. Have a good night, everyone, and see y'all in the new year.